Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Echoes of Elsewhere. We're telling the story about people who are caught between two worlds. They are trapped between the modern Gothic shadows of New Eden and this dark, mysterious, oppressive nightmare of Barovia. These are two places that are completely separate. They shouldn't touch, they shouldn't overlap, but we are seeing that they do. Creatures from one are merging into another. I'm Keith. I'm your GM, your Keeper of Secrets. I'm going to be guiding our team of heroes through their adventure. And these wonderful people are going to tell you who they are.
Hey, I'm Tony I can't even say my own name. Hey, I'm Tony Keoni, and I'm playing Dr. Elliot Knight, who is definitely not a Terminator.
Hi, I'm Edie Jones. I'm playing Vince Pascal, who is secretly has a dragon inside him. Not in the fun way.
Hey, I'm playing Professor Gregor, and he's going to sleep right after he finishes this chapter.
Too real.
Leah Skye, I'm playing Blake Emberlich, and she has secrets.
Lots of secrets, apparently. And Blake, what has happened to us recently?
Okay, so Circle of Light, weird or mysterious organization, recruits us. There's missing people at this traveling circus. We go to check it out. Through a series of events, we wind up in Barovia. Things are super grim there. Everyone's doing real bad. We spend some time in Barovia. We make some connections with some of the people there. And then, right before we were getting to rest, we wind up back home in New Eden. And we run from the cops, well, some of us do, and we end up at a diner where we've learned that there is a ghoul on the loose, as well as that we have just, when we disappeared to this other world, our bodies were gone, and then when we returned, we rematerialized almost as if we just borrowed mass just from the dirt and the dust of the parking lot and reconstituted ourselves. That freaked some of us out. Professor Gregor seemed to roll with it, but Blake and Ben scattered. I think the whole group scattered to process things. Dr. Elliot, of course, being a person of action, went to confront the Circle of Light. Vince went back to his place, talked to Sophie Mills. Blake went back to her place, and Professor Gregor curled up with a good book and a glass of orange juice. I think that's where we are all in our separate places.
Yeah. And you, Dr. Elliot is in Rosewood right now. He's sitting across from a very tired-looking Mr. S, who is in his PJs and a T-shirt, and he is sitting there with fluffy bunny slippers on, and he's sitting across from you.
Of course he is.
And he looks and says, "Tell me what happened."
All right, so we got to the circus. We started to investigate. We looked around. We found some things here and there. But then, and Danny can back me up on this. There was a fortune teller. What he can't back me up on is the fact that it wasn't there before we got there. We went in, we talked to the lady, some weird shit happened, fog engulfed us, and we went somewhere.
I couldn't track you for 6 hours. I have no idea.
Yeah,
where
apparently
you're at.
neither could Diana.
Yeah, she's the one who tried to track you for me.
Fair. Well, we went to a place called Barovia, which I'm planning on hitting your libraries up and see if we can find anything about that. We found out who took these people, and we found at least one of them, and they, for all intents and purposes, were zombified. So at least one of that party is for sure dead.
Mr. S takes a leather-bound notebook and he takes it out and he opens it up. And as you're talking, he is writing notes down as you're filling him in on the details. Are you going to tell him everything that happened, or are you going to hide something from him, or are you going to be pretty open with everything?
I think that I'm going to give him high-level things. Like I mentioned that I'm not actually mentioning names. I actually specifically didn't say that, like the name Strahd. I just said that we know who took these people. I'm kind of leaving out some things on purpose because I don't necessarily trust these people. I haven't from the get-go. I'm just doing my best to like keep up appearances and at least look like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
He puts his hands down on the table and has the book open. You see he's taking lots of notes. Does the name Vistani mean anything to you now?
I think that name, and actually while I'm doing this, I am going to try to use my smart glasses to take a picture of the pages or the page before his new note started. And I'm going to try and grab what he had written before he started writing these things down.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Make a computer use for me.
All right. Ooh, that might not do it. That's 1 under again. That's the second time that's happened.
You made it by 1. You're looking at the book, and what you're getting a picture with your glasses is you're getting the back page.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing on it, but you're seeing the back page, and he writes in a heavy hand with very dark ink, and it kind of bleeds through the other side.
Okay.
So you can got a picture of something, but it's not something you can easily read in the moment. But given the power of Diana and time, you can probably make some headway out of what that says.
Perfect. That's all I was looking for. And I'll say, yeah, that name was mentioned. It almost felt like they were like travelers of some kind. I want to say that maybe the tarot card reader was referred to as one of those, Vistani.
Vistani are known for their prowess with predicting the future, shifting fate, changing destinies. It is one of the reasons I have been hesitant to share information with you. If I say or do the wrong thing, they may become aware of you. Do you know, the Vistanis are travelers. They have been seen through. We've established that there's a boundary between worlds, and that boundary is not very thick in certain places. The Vistani have a way to travel between those boundaries. They come and go. Sometimes they bring people, sometimes they take people. I think they have found a way here, and I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their plan is. And I don't know about the land they come from. But if my research is correct, they've been here for 100 years, coming back and forth. But something's changed recently in the last 2 years. Something's different, and I don't know what it is. They're at the center. And somehow, so are you.
I think that Elliot, hearing a lot of these like non-answers and the fact that he's openly admitting that he's not been giving us all the information,
he's always admitted he's not giving you all the information. He's always told you he's holding things back. He's never made any pretense that he's giving you everything.
So I guess the reiteration that he hasn't given us and more information Elliot feels like he could have been helpful with that, and he's getting mad, and that anger that Elliot feels starts to bubble up within Elliot, and he has like this brief moment of like, well, what about this? And he pulls the camera out to the picture of the creature and puts it right in front of him and just watches this guy's eyes in a way of like, interior wise, he wants to scare this guy. he's mad at this guy, and so he's going to reveal the goal to him and try and make him. Basically, he's forcing him to make a sanity roll.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't know. Would intimidate be a good check for you to make? In this case,
I have terrible intimidation here, but Elliot has great intimidation. That's like his whole bag. But I'll try it here.
In this case, I'll give you advantage on it too, because you have a very sufficient prop.
I'll just roll all 3 together. That is a 4.
And that seems pretty good.
I have a 15 in that.
4 seems pretty good. He slides back away from the table as he looks at that. You saw that at the circus?
Yep. That's what killed Bill Williamson.
If there's one, there's more. It's a goal. I don't know if you know that or not. They're goals. Some people call them changelings. They start out normal, and then they change over time. Possibly because they eat human flesh, possibly because they get corrupted by some dark outside force. What's that around his neck? And as he points to the picture, you can see his hand is shaking. He is disturbed by this.
It appears to be a medallion of some kind. And I'm trying to like lock eyes with him. What do you think it is?
It is clearly a medallion. Do you know anything about it? I don't.
Okay. Can I psychology roll him to see if he's hiding?
Yeah, go ahead.
20 out of 60. Yeah, hard success.
He is not hiding anything this one. He does not know. It does appear that his knowledge of what's going on is old books, old tomes, this understanding of the Vistani as being travelers between worlds, and that something has changed. He may have given you all he truly 100% knows. Everything else on his part is speculation. If you have a specific question to ask him, he is very likely going to answer as truthfully as he can. But he doesn't know very much, and he is afraid that he can give you the wrong information and send you down the wrong path. But you have traveled between worlds, and that was his concern, is that if he told you something that could force you down a path that he wasn't ready for.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Elliot will say, that right there, I think, is the man responsible for all of this. That is a mint with the image of the leader of whatever this is.
He reaches out and taps on your phone to activate Diana. Are you going to let him?
Yeah.
Diana, run a facial scan on the figure on the coin. And as she does, there's a pause. And I'm going to have you make a computer use roll for Diana as well.
45. That's going to do it.
45. It takes about 5 minutes for us to come back, and he's still talking to you about what he knows and asking questions about your friends. But when it comes back, it says match found.
Interesting.
Stephen Stroud of Stroud Industries.
Does Stroud Industries ring a bell for me or no?
I want to say make a history roll. What's the equivalent of history? Make a history roll.
Ooh, that one's...
Or, make a history roll. This is just you pulling it off the top of your head.
Yeah, this ain't happening. Nah, not a crit fail, but I had a 5%.
Not anybody you recognize from the industries that you associate with, but your AI will fill in some blanks for you.
Okay.
Stroud Industries is a leader in aerospace technology. They work on creating a hyper-fast rocket engine. That's their public-facing persona. the reason you don't hear about them too much is they have not been successful. This is a company that has burned through a lot of money, but doesn't have anything to show for it. They do have a really big government grant, though.
I think we can look into this in a little while. You seem to know more about these ghouls than I do. How do we deal with this?
Well, I only know of one recorded sighting of these, and there were 3 of them, and they were devastating. One died from a truck. It was run over by a truck. The other one died from a shotgun blast to its head. The third one escaped. We have no idea what happened to it. Much like the Yeti from the truck stop. Make a psychology roll for me on that.
29 out of still 60. Yeah. So yeah, hard success.
As he says, much like the Yeti, you know he's lying about that. There's something he's holding back. You've been reading his face. You've been trying to figure out if he's being honest with you, and that's the first time you felt that he's truly held back and lied to you in the entire and like every conversation you've ever had with him. That's the first time you think he's lied to you.
I think he's just gonna say, "Cut the shit." What's up with the Yeti? Where you know more? You know more than what you're letting on.
I don't know what you're talking about, and he's clearly lying. You don't have to roll for this one. You're clearly lying.
Listen, this relationship has to be 2 ways. If it isn't, I can start and do this on my own. We can do this on our own. We can figure this out. But if you want our help, if you want us to work with you, you need to be a lot more honest. We could have died. That thing eviscerated Bill.
I'm just pulling up the notes because my mind has gone slightly blank at the moment.
You just saw a ghoul. I get it.
Yeah. I need Mick. Do you remember Mick?
That was the boyfriend, right?
Yes. We have him in a secure facility. He is the Yeti. He changes whenever there is a very intense storm. At first we thought it would just be blizzards, but it's not. It is rainstorms, windstorms. It doesn't matter. The weather becomes severe. He changes into the Yeti.
You just have him locked up? Do you have other things like him?
We have a few.
Understood.
We can't let that get out. The knowledge can't be let out. We can't let people know these things exist, and we can't let them be free. We're trying to study them, trying to understand. In an effort to have full disclosure with you, my belief is you are truly vital to what's going to happen. I can arrange for you and your companions to go there to see what we have.
All right. Let's discuss this with them in the morning. I need to do some reading. I'm going to send text messages out to everybody, basically saying that had a conversation with Mr. S, fairly fruitful. If you guys can meet up at 10 tomorrow, we'll have a further conversation, and you can ask questions too. Key thing, Mick is alive. And then Elliot's going to spend the rest of the night just reading everything that he can find about ghouls or anything within the library here at the Circle.
Okay. Make a library use check for me.
I don't have to sleep tonight. I'm not tired. That is a success, regular.
Are you going to try and get any sleep at all?
You said that we woke up and just felt like we had gotten like 6 hours of sleep.
You felt like that 6 hours didn't pass for you.
Yeah.
So like midnight would have rolled around and it would have felt like it was like 8 p.m. So by time it's like you're at 5 a.m. now, it's starting to feel like 1 a.m. for you. You're off a little bit. Your time's you flew to Hawaii and you got jet lag.
Fair enough. I think that it depends on how fruitful these readings go. If it looks like it's a lot of information, I think he would get absorbed in reading.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a shit. What did I just say?
I don't remember either.
It was a regular success.
Regular
It was
success.
just a regular success.
You don't find much more than what Mr. S had told you about this. I think what you do find with a regular success is that Mr. S's, a lot of his information he has there are like recent newspaper accounts, things that have happened within the last 2 or 3 years that you're finding here. You know, Professor Gregor has access to books that have mythology and lore that are much older at the university. Some of those things he might have brought here with him as well, but you don't find anything that really gives you much more information yet in that amount of time.
Okay. The key thing I do take away from this is these things are mortal. One guy hit by a truck, one had a shotgun taken to his face. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get to sleep, but I'm probably going to make sure that the next time we go out looking for this, I am going to bring something with me.
Each of you close your eyes at different times, at different messages. Gregor has been asleep the entire time we've been talking. I love it. You once more find yourself in this darkness, this pitch black. And there is Vince. You feel you're someone shaking your arm, waking you up.
I wake up.
Ismark is there.
Shit.
Because you sleep like the dead.
I look down at myself. Am I Rax?
You are Rax.
Rax, seeing this, takes immediate control and shoves Vince to the back of his head and says, "Okay, I don't know what the fuck any of that was. I'm awake now. Where are we? What's the situation?"
We watched the parade of the dead go by. You said you were tired. We all came in here. Everyone went to bed, and we said we'd get up in the morning. And it's morning. I was starting to wake you up. I thought I'd wake you up first.
Okay. How long has it been? How many hours?
Sleeping?
Yes.
I will tell you in just a moment. You are gone about 6 hours. We had about
6 hours.
Yeah. So, but it was a little after midnight when you went to bed. It's 6 a.m., 7 a.m. right now.
Let's wake the others.
Okay. As you get up, you see Mary is in the other bed. She's curled up. She's got that wooden doll wrapped up in her arms, and she also has a blanket next to her, and you can see that it has been recently stitched up. Ismark goes around and wakes the rest of you up. Professor Gregor, Elliot, Thenya. I don't think they know your name, though. I don't think you ever gave anyone here a name. Blake. They wake you up, Blake, and you will all find yourself back in the manor house of Ismark and Irina. And there's no smell of smoke here. There is no... There's the smell of death in the air. But you feel refreshed, energized. In fact, you have all leveled up to level 4.
Nice.
Boy, I have to do my spell preparations again.
So we are back into Barovia. We're back into the real world, to where you're at. And as you are here, you're feeling a little bit better. You're not sure what triggered your return to New Eden, but you feel confident that going to sleep in New Eden was what triggered your return to come back here.
I see.
Elliot's going to say, Diana, can you hear me?
Yes, of course I can hear you.
You're not the same Diana, are you?
I am the only Diana. There is no other Diana but me.
Then why didn't you remember us coming here when I talked to you when we went back home?
You are home. This is where you belong. This is where we connect. This is where I can give you powers to do amazing things. In return, you will do my bidding when I ask.
And I don't think Elliot responds. I think that he has like a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach that something's very wrong.
Elliot, I don't mean to bother you if you're having a moment, but could you help me get this chainmail on? I can't reach the buckle.
Yeah, sure. And he'll help you out.
He's like struggling to touch his toes.
I can also help.
Thank you.
Blake, you were asleep in your bed, trying to make sense of this. You just closed your mother's journal, but now you're back in Barovia. What's going on?
I can feel something in the back of my head, and I'm really trying to keep that down. It's taking more and more. It's taking more and more effort. I think I'm starting to get a headache. I just look around him. I guess I just look at myself in this body, the scars, and there's actually someone I want to talk to, and it's Professor Gregor. So I go to find the professor wherever he is.
And you see the professor struggling for the first time in his life to put chainmail on. Because it's when he first arrived here, it was already wearing it. And now he's like, where's this buckle go? What's going on here? And Elliot and Rax are helping him. Elliot also has no idea to put chainmail on. But Rax seems to have this down pretty well.
Yeah, I just say, just let me. Just stop. Just stop. Just let me.
I'm sorry, can somebody do something about that cat?
He just like starts pulling really hard, like he's really angry, but he's like not 100% there.
I think Professor Gregor doubles over. He's like, "Oh God, not there! That's no. Hands away from that buckle."
I literally push Elliot away. Just, Dragonborn pushes you away, and I help Professor Gregor into his chainmail.
God.
And
oh man,
Blake is standing at the door watching you.
Hey.
Hello.
We're back.
Yes.
Guys, would it be okay if I had a moment with the professor?
You do you. I'm gonna walk away and look for coffee.
Yeah, sorry. And Elliot steps out.
Hey, Professor. I think I owe you an apology?
Oh, do you? I'm sorry for what?
Well, it's just been... I mean, we've kind of known each other for a while now, and I've never really taken all of the stuff that you talk about really seriously. I kind of thought it was all made up, but clearly I'm wrong, and I've clearly been judgmental towards you and dismissive, and haven't. And I mean, if anything, it seems like you're the expert here, so sorry.
Frankly, I didn't notice that you were being either judgmental or dismissive. This is the first time hearing about it. But apology accepted. You're good. I mean, it's until the incident at the gas station, I wasn't sure it was real either. So,
Professor Gregor, as you're talking to Blake, you notice that her right eye is pretty bloodshot. There is just the faintest trickle of blood coming out of one nostril. She's rubbing her head.
You've got... Does your head hurt?
Yeah, it's hurting more and more. When I'm here. There's...
More and more there's... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, just when we're here in this place, it's like a pressure that's building.
I wouldn't ask this normally, but I think it's worth knowing. Would you like me to have a look inside of your head?
I wouldn't usually. I wouldn't usually.
I won't twist off the top or anything. I just prefer to ask when I can.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing that happened today, so sure.
Very well. I would like to take a use of channel divinity and run detect thoughts.
In that case, I think you hear Blake is very at the front. But there is a pretty angry voice below that, like beneath the surface. There's a lot of turbulence in there.
Seeing inside. I think so. One of the things that you can do with detect thoughts, like the initial thing is just seeing surface thoughts, but you can also like do a roll, do some sort of check to deep dive, like pull something out. And I think that Professor Gregor attempts to follow that mental thread into wherever it's being crushed down into.
Blake, you may make a wisdom saving throw if you wish to resist this, or you can just let him do it.
We're trusting the professor, so we're gonna let him do it.
So what does he find at that new level of your consciousness or subconscious?
I think you just hear I think Vince has described, or Rax and Vince have described Vince being like in a locked room almost, watching all this happen. And I think you kind of encounter that if you get, I don't know if you maybe get a visual as well as just hearing stuff, but you very much encounter this other persona that's kind of behind Blake's, who is just like muttering and just muttering to herself, like like, get me, I need out, what is happening? Like you hear that just running over and over and over.
You need out? What do you need out to do?
I've been ensorcelled, I've been enchanted. There's this child in my head.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's your name?
Fania.
Fania, I see. Leah, does the name Fania mean anything to you, personally? He says this out loud, by the way, not in his... Well, he's saying all of this out loud, I suppose. He can't. No? He doesn't have psionic talking, so he just...
No. That's her name, isn't it?
Yes. You've pushed someone down, and I don't think Fania is terribly pleased. I think... if I understand, I can hear her, I think. That's how I'm interpreting what's going on, by the way, is that Professor Gregor can hear Fania talking, but doesn't, have any way to speak to her outside of just Blake's ears. And so, I don't think she's... are you what's causing the Are you scratching at the walls, Vanya? Is that what's causing this?
I just want control of. I just want my body back.
I see. Well, she wants her body back. Would you two be willing to negotiate? I can. I don't know how much I can be an intermediary for both of you, but it seems like both of you want control of this body, and neither of you have much of a choice of, like, but both of you have leverage and that you'll need to work it out between each other. This mental struggle isn't going to do. It doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, just Professor, help me come back. If I go away, just help me come back. Also, I need to tell you about something I found back in New Eden, but it can wait, I think.
No, tell me about that first. I'll try to I can try to. Let's see. How do we do this? We need to orchestrate some kind of deal between the two of you, I think. We can't. I mean, I personally, I know you've apparently had some sort of judgment of me, but I'm a big fan of Blake Emberlich as a companion on an adventure, and I would prefer she didn't vanish entirely while we're in Barovia, as it goes. This new person I've met seems perfectly reasonable too, but I would like to work out a deal before you unilaterally hand control over to an absolute stranger. Not that you necessarily have much choice at the end of the day.
And as you are saying those words, you feel the magic from the tech thoughts fade away.
Oh.
It has a limited time duration on it.
Yeah.
You can do it again, and they both seem receptive to it.
I see. Well, I guess I have just you now, for now. Like, what would you...
I need to tell you that I found something. It was
that first.
I need to tell you that I found a reference to Barovia that's 10 years old in my mother's journal. And I don't know what that means. I'm hoping maybe you could tell me.
I don't think that I know either, unless you told me more about your mother.
She was great. She was great, but when I was a teen, she came down with something that the doctors called acute onset dementia, and she was always fine, and then one day she wasn't, and she started writing things that were really cryptic. It's like she lost touch with the world, and one of the things that she wrote was something that mentioned Barovia and a land of mist and shadow. And I don't know what that means.
I think that means... That could mean several things. I could list out the possibilities, but none of them are wholly natural conclusions. One could be that she was here sometime in the past. The other could be that she had some limited knowledge of the future. I mean, there's several possibilities that we'd have to check out. But did she display anything, that would indicate either of those, or?
I'd have to think about it when we get back. I'm going to bring that journal, and we could look through it together. Maybe there's something else that would give us some clue.
That'd be good. And I think that we're probably in full agreement with this, but I just want to check. If either of us are asked about this by a Mr. S or any other circle or organization, does this journal exist? Or have I never heard of this in my life?
I'm so glad you asked. No, I'd hope we could keep this between us.
I've never heard of a journal. I don't. Blake has never spoken about her mother.
Thanks for
with that, I think you can try. For me, it's always been a call and response. If you can stop holding down. Though I really hope you two can learn to share.
Thanks.
You're all on the same side at the end of the day.
I don't know if I'm ready to let go yet, but
Yeah.
when I have to.
When you're ready. There's one more thing. An old version. My friendly double has an anecdote. He's an old explorer of the mythic underworld, and I have a memory of exploring an old abandoned underground temple and escaping an ambush, stepping onto some strange floor panel in front of a statue, and suddenly appearing in another place with no knowledge of location. Obviously, in these sorts of places, you have to keep a map, and suddenly not knowing where you are is distressing and strenuous. And what you have to do when you become lost suddenly is start a new map and then wait until part of it looks familiar before you hook it up with the old one. I hope that helps. It helped me, anyway.
Thanks.
I think with finding a new map, we've reached a great spot to stop for the day. Before we pick up, back in Barovia, a new day, a new dawn. We have a Burgermeister to bury and an adventure to go on.
And a book. We need that book.
Yeah,
We're stealing that book.
Don't be distracted.
Apparently a heist to plan.
I'm about to say heist time.
All right, everyone. Take care. See you soon.
Goodbye.